Hey there, guys. It's Fido here, and I was just letting you know that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Killer Drone, he worked really hard on this, making the nether pretty for you guys, so, yeah. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. Cause more subscribers means more treats. Enjoy the video. What is going on, guys? It is Killer Drone, and welcome back to some more Minecraft here on the Solo series. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in the ooey gooey, nasty, disgusting sewer that I have been working on off camera. And I have this thing about halfway done or so. Let's go ahead and check this thing out. As you can see, it's definitely the feel that I was going for, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely ooey and gooey. I also like that the light, because it is on the roof up here, it keeps everything very dim and very gloomy. I really like it. Especially if we go ahead and turn on the shader pack that I normally like to use, which is the Silder's Enhanced Default. If we go ahead and turn this on, you'll see it even more with how much the shader pack really adds to this area. It definitely makes it feel a little bit more, let's call it haunted, kind of, right? It's a little bit haunted. Anyway, I posted a picture of this on the YouTube channel the other day with a comment, something like, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and probably a creeper as well, but you guys really seem to like it, so I actually really like this project. I think it's a cool one. I think it is something interesting that we're doing here in the world, and there's still a lot more work to be done on it. We still have a long way to go here. I would say that we're about halfway done, but still a ton more work to do. I'll probably be doing most of this over on a live stream or something like that on my Twitch page, so if you're not following me on Twitch, I highly recommend doing that. But what was that? Hello? It's like letting us see through the world for some reason. That's weird. Anyway, anyway, make sure to follow the Twitch because weird things are happening and stuff. Oh, man. Anyway, guys, yeah, we still have a good ways to go with the sewer system, but overall, I'm really happy with where it's coming so far. In today's episode, I put a poll up and I asked you guys what you would like to see. If you would rather see the wool farm, because we're going to need to make one of those here fairly soon for some other projects that I have going in the future, or if you guys wanted to see a nether tunnel design, because I have to get my nether tunnels done at some point. And of course, you guys decided, hey, let's do the one that's gonna take Killer Drone the longest. No, but for real, you guys decided that you wanted to see the nether tunnels done, so I'm gonna start working on that today. I did a live stream a little while ago in which I kind of started clearing out the area, but I haven't actually started building the design at all, and that's because I'm a little bit stuck. I'm not sure what direction I want to go with the actual design, and I guess it's going to be a whole lot easier for me to just show you this. So I will meet you guys when we are over in the nether. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we are back in our nether hub, and I have to say, I still really love this build. I'm so glad that we made this back in episode 54 hour special. I love this area. I'm going to be honest with you, whenever I was building this, I wasn't so sure how I would like the magenta colored next to this red nether brick, but it actually works out really well, and I think that this entire area is still one of my favorite builds that I've ever done on my world here. It's so good, and honestly, it's so complete. That's one of the other things that I really love about this build. But anyway, in today's episode, we are working on our nether tunnels. We are going to try and get some really fancy, nice-looking nether tunnels to connect here to our nether hub. So as you can see here, we have ourselves a nether portal, and behind it, we have some junk. We have a couple of chests, we have an ender chest, we have scaffolding, we have some cobblestone here. Basically, everything is a mess. And in order to get to our tunnels that go to the different areas in our world, we have to come up a scaffolding and then walk all the way to wherever we need to go. And this is not very efficient at all, and I think what I want to do in today's episode is get in some ice boat roads in both of these areas. Now, I went ahead and I did a live stream and I cleared out a massive tunnel here for us to actually work in our design. And I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this, at least on this side. The other side, the other boat road that we're going to need to put in that goes to the Atlantis area, that one's going to be relatively easy. But on this side, in this direction, we have so many different areas that branch off of this one central tunnel. So off of this tunnel here, we have this tunnel that goes off to the side, and all the way at the end there that you see is a nether portal. That one goes to the end. And then if we go ahead and keep walking over here and take a left, this portal over here goes to our 1.14 village. So we have a couple of different paths here that we're going to have to link up, and I'm not entirely sure how I want to do that yet. Also, if we go back to the main tunnel over here and continue straight, this goes back to our Wither Skeleton Skull Farm. So all of these areas are places that I visit relatively often. This one is a long way away, whereas these two are relatively close. So kind of what I'm thinking is, first off, we need to get a connection from this area here, from our nether hub, up into this tunnel. So first and foremost is probably going to be us connecting some type of tube in this area to get us to walk down, like a staircase of some sort. And then once we get up here, I think what I'll do is I'll just have like maybe like a storage area or something like that up here. I may even do like, I don't know, a nether wart farm or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. In this area and in this area, I may just, in fact, I may not even do a farm. I may just do like some type of decorative piece. I don't know. I'm still kind of trying to figure things out around here. But then what I can do is set up an ice boat road here that goes all the way to the Wither Skeleton Skull Farm. And then I can either do an ice boat going in this direction, an ice boat road going in this direction to connect up to these portals, or I can just kind of skip that and go with some other method of getting around. Because these portals, to be honest with you, are relatively close together. I don't know that we necessarily need to have ice boat roads to travel that short of a distance. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get to work here. And I am going to start placing down some blocks, at least for this tunnel here, because I know what I want to do in this area. It's the rest of this that I'm not quite sure how I want to blend in yet. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get to work here, and I will bring you guys back in just a few minutes whenever I have something to show you guys. Alright, ladies and gents, we are back, and I now have a design cooked up for our nether tunnels here, and I have to say that I really like it. It's very, very demonic, very dark and scary. I feel like I'm about to enter into a dungeon whenever I am on this ice road, and that's exactly the feel that I wanted to go for here. If you guys remember, whenever we were talking about the nether hub here, whenever we were building it, I told you guys that I wanted this theme and this lore for the nether to be as if a sorcerer was the one who kind of lived in the nether, and what he was doing was utilizing these purple crystals that he found in the nether in order to manipulate the world around him, in order to take down the dragons that you can see here in the nether. You have his skull and you have a dragon's spine here. And basically the lore for this nether region is that we have some type of really powerful sorcerer here. And this sorcerer is using these crystals to manipulate the world, to take down dragons, to explore the world and collect materials, and ultimately going for some type of evil goal. And I think that this nether tunnel that we're about to tie into this really fits that theme, because you're going for a very demonic theme here, and I think that this really fits in with that. I think that this kind of, with the fire going through here and it being very dark and kind of scary looking, really, I think that this fits very well. So Basically, what we have here is some of the black concrete powder at the back here, and the reason that I use this is because I really like this texture. It has a nice little bit of white in it, as well as enough black for it to be a very dark block. And then at the bottom here, I added in some magma blocks just to give it a little bit of a creepy feel at the bottom, as if we were on some type of treacherous track with lava on both sides of us. Right here, what we have is a campfire on top of a piece of stripped dark oak log, and this is just so that it looks like some fire pillars on each side of us as we're going through this tunnel here. And then down here behind the campfire, we have some red nether brick just to add in kind of that bloody color that we really like whenever we're doing demonic builds. And overall, I think that this is the design that I really like. I think that it fits in quite nice, and it is also functional with the boat road here. Also, I am spawn-proofing the boat road by adding the buttons to it. That way, we don't have any issues with pigmen spawning in on the boat road once it is done. So, theoretically, that should be nice. Now, pigmen can theoretically spawn down here on these magma blocks, but I actually made this to where it is 1.5 blocks tall, so the pigmen, even if they spawn in here, can't actually get out. They can't jump out of this area. So that is perfect. That is exactly what we want. This boat road, whenever it's done, should be completely safe to travel on with no issues whatsoever. So I'm going to keep working here. I think that I want to figure out a way to now tie this in to our nether hub. So I'm going to get to work here, try and figure something out, and I will bring you guys back in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Enchanted Hallway, or something like that. I don't really know what to call this area, but it looks really, really good. I like how this actually came out. It took me a little while to come up with some designs for the staircase here and also for this connecting hallway, but I think that it came out looking pretty good, especially with keeping the theme that I wanted through here, with keeping in some of the purple glass from the nether hub, because like I said, we already have a lore for the nether, and that is that this is kind of a sorcerer's realm in which he is kind of doing some not so good things. He's taking down dragons and putting their bones up on the walls, and he's manipulating the world around him by using the power of these purple crystals that are found all over the place. And to be honest with you, I think that that is turning out really good, even by adding just this little bit of this purple crystal around the area just a bit. I think that it's making this area feel a little bit more alive. I also went ahead and removed some of the lighting that I had in the floor here and replaced it with just single pieces instead. I think that having it a little bit darker in here is actually a good thing in this case. So Anyway, I really like this. I think this is a nice way to tie it into the rest of the design over there. I need to have something here in the middle, something probably in this area, just to kind of connect this pattern up to the boat road pattern, and then come up with something to do along this direction. I don't know if I want this to be a walking path still, or if I want it to be a boat road. I'm kind of stuck with what I want to do. I can't determine, or I can't decide what I want, rather. There's just, there's so many things that I could do with this area that I'm not particularly sure. I tell you what, I'm actually going to leave this to you guys, because I feel like you guys are a little bit smarter than ye old Kilodrone here. I feel like you guys probably have some really cool ideas, and I'd like to see them in the comment section down below. I'd like to know what you guys could come up with for this area here. So I like this. I think that this should stay, and I really like this pattern here. I think that this should stay. We just need a way to tie them in together, and then maybe have a area over in this direction to reach those other portals. So if you guys have any ideas, do be sure to let me know in the comments section down below. But let me go ahead and show you guys the other side of this area. Also, how do you like this gem chandelier that I added here? I think that looks really cool. Anyway, let's go and show you guys the other side. I am not even close to being done with it. In fact, I still have even a little bit of digging out to be done on this side over here, because to be honest with you, I've been kind of neglecting this side, if I'm honest, but let's go ahead and head up and see. As you can see, our boat road that we had here was not centered with the rest of the nether hub, so what I'm going to do is actually shift this over to be even with here. We're going to do some type of foyer once again, and then we're going to dig all of this out all the way down to the end. But I know a lot of you guys probably don't remember, there's actually another hallway off of this path other than just the Atlantis area, and that leads us over to our jungle and bamboo forest. Now, this is an area that I actually haven't done a lot in since I last went here, just looking for pandas, and it's something that I would like to work on a little bit in the future. Something that I have a couple of projects that I have in mind for it, but not something that I'm particularly interested in starting today. But if we go ahead and head over here, yes, this right here. This is another tunnel that heads off in a slightly different direction, and we get our pandas from here, we get our parrots, we get all of those things from this area over here. And I would like to actually scout out an area real quick, since I'm kind of already over here, because I would like to make a treehouse at some point in this area. I just think that a treehouse in the jungle would be really something interesting to do. So I don't know, maybe I'll just scout this out off camera on my own, because I didn't remember this path being so long. But anyway, that's something else that we're going to have to take into account whenever we're making our boat roads over here, is that we do have this extra path on the side. And I don't know how I want to do any type of extra paths like this. I don't know if I want to, obviously I'm going to want to do a boat road for this one because it's super long, but I don't know if I'm going to want to do some type of turn that is gradual with the ice road, or if I'm just going to want a sharp 90-degree angle with the boat road itself. I'm not entirely sure, and this is probably something that I'll be working on my live streams as well, because we still have a ton of digging out to do in this area. So this is not going to be done in today's episode. This is actually a pretty massive project, these nether tunnels. There's a lot of work that actually goes into making them, so something that we'll probably be working on over the next couple of episodes, I'd imagine. But anyway, guys, I think that is going to be a good place for me to wrap up today. I have a couple of designs that we have gotten done. I have this foyer design that leads into our nether tunnels, and I also have the nether tunnels themselves done and designed. I just have to now basically extend these off to the entire ends of the tunnels, which I will probably be doing over on a Twitch live stream, just extending these out. So anyway, guys, I think that's going to be it for me today. I do hope that you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like on the video, as well as if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a great day.